Hi. Because we are essentially doing season 2 of the Isolation Diaries, and a lot of people seem to think that I should continue doing videos every day, or however much I want to, and I want to make a video today, I thought I would start off by doing a makeup video. Because when isolation originally hit, or the lockdown originally hit, the first video that I posted, or one of the first videos that I posted, I'm terrible at this, is when I dressed up as an e-girl. And I'm not going to do an e-girl makeup today, but I've had significant look changes in the last week because I decided that instead of doing like a decent haircut, I would just go full undercut on both sides and try to grow out the back of my head. I don't know how that's gonna work, but I'm loving it so far. I got called Shiva yesterday from Mortal Kombat, and I'm honestly quite flattered. So this haircut's gonna stick around for a while. But I wanted to do a makeup video today. But one of the biggest reasons why I decided to take a break last week is because of my abandonment issues. Now, we all know I have abandonment issues. I am disowned from my family. So it hurts doubly for me when I decide that I need to cut someone out of my life. And part of me dealing with me cutting someone out of my life is going through every single thing they have done to cause me cutting them out of my life. Now, for those of my closer friends, they have been graced with 2.5 hours of a detailed list of every single thing that this person has done. But I do not want to name and shame this person, because I have no doubt that they will file a suit against me. So I've decided that I will do a tell-all without naming and shaming, doing a tell-all without telling all, and doing some makeup and being petty. That's what I want to do. I want to have a little bit of a run, a little bit of a gander, mainly because I think that that would be entertaining to watch, and partly because I feel like I need to. I feel like me taking a week off, this is just me, like nobody's made me feel this way. This is just how I feel. I feel as though me taking a week off was not good, because I have a pretty standard work ethic where I feel like if you commit to something, you should commit. I'm all in or nothing. And I feel like I need to explain myself. And that is one of the biggest reasons why I needed a break last week. I decided to cut someone out of my life that I had been considering cutting out of my life for a very, very long time, and I finally reached the end of my rope with this person. Now, that's enough prelude. I know the fan is on. I know you can hear the shit outside my window. I'm sorry. It is really hot today. I live in an attic. It's very close quarters, and it's just really warm. Like, I'm not joking. In this place that I live, I don't even need to turn the heating on in winter. That's why this place is quite cheap, actually. And like, it's not something I should be complaining about, but it's really warm today, so please do forgive the fan interference. I'll try to edit it out as much as I can in the post, afterwards. But we're gonna be doing just some standard makeup and doing some bitching, okay? So enjoy. We're gonna start with foundation. I feel awful. I feel terrible, because as much as I don't want to do this, I do think that me doing this, like, this person definitely deserves it. Whatever anyone has to say, this person 100% deserves it. She has... So, I have two different things that I kind of judge my relationships by. Like any relationship, we're talking like friendships, romantic relationships, whatever. And maybe that will have a significant explanation for why I am a single person. A 25-year-old single woman in one of the greatest cities in the world. Maybe this will explain to you why that is. I have a strike system. I have a 3-strike policy. In like, I think it resets every year, but I have a 3-strike policy that when my gut tells me 3 times within 12 months that I am getting a bad feeling about a person, it's time to go. It's time to stop, and I need to stop kidding myself about this. I'm not saying it's a foolproof system, but I do tend to give people chances if I feel like they need to. For example, I gave my father a chance because he's my father. You know, I've always had this 3-strike policy, and it's very rarely done me wrong, and it's a very effective way of cutting toxic people out of your life. Follow your gut, give them a set number of chances. If they run those out, get the fuck rid of them. The other policy I have is the apocalypse test. Now, I've told some of my friends the apocalypse test, and I swear by it, and I hope that they are currently using it now. And my apocalypse test is basically that if you were in your ideal or any apocalyptic situation, would you put up with the person's bullshit that you are currently putting up with? For example, I had, like, my first boyfriend was extremely controlling. He constantly asked me what I was doing with my money and why, and never respected me as an adult. And those were things that ultimately I did not break up with him for because I'm an idiot, but he broke up with me over a tattoo. Would I put up with that bullshit in an apocalyptic situation? Fuck no. I would hunt that man for sport. He was meaty. I do think that a lot of the things that we put up with in like normal everyday life, if you convert that into an apocalyptic situation where you do not have time to put up with bullshit, it really does just narrow down everything. So those are my 2 tests, and I have given this person, I've gone above and beyond giving them chances. Like, I have gone above and beyond giving them chances. And initially, I did not know why I was going above and beyond giving them all these chances. To an extent, I think it's because I have a little bit of a savior complex, and I feel like I need to be the hero for everybody, and I need to be around for everybody, hence this channel, and me dedicating, you know, time out of my day to make a video because I think that me entertaining people is saving anybody. But I do think it's to do with my savior complex. I have a very significant one. I'm working on it. I apologize deeply for anyone who's been affected by it. But I have given this person so many chances. Like, I have cut people out of my life for 3 things that they've done. Like, I have cut people out of my life for minor things compared to what this person has put me through. This person, I made a list and graced 2 hours of content to my closer friends who know this person. But this person has done me dirty above of 20 times in the last year. In the last fucking year. They needed to be gone. They needed to be gone. And to be honest, I think one of the reasons why I was friends with this person for so long, I feel as though it was because I got that bad gut feeling so early on. I felt like I needed to give it a fair shot. Like a month into our friendship, it was already problematic to some degree. I felt like if I cut them off that early, it just wouldn't be fair on me or on them. And maybe this was just a fluke, and I just kept making excuses for them. Like, I just kept making excuses for them. I'm gonna tell you a joke, guys. I wanna tell you a joke. It's not a joke, but I'm gonna tell you a joke. Have you ever heard the joke of a best friend taking their vegetarian friend to a steakhouse on their birthday? If you're waiting for a punchline, there isn't one, because that's what happened. The thing is, the person who I'm talking about is going to see this and is going to be very mad, but I'm not going to mention them by name, because I'm petty, and I feel like I need to do a tell-all, but I'm not that petty, you know? I'm the mildly infuriating petty. A lot of people have asked me, you know, just let this go, just, you know, go about your own separate way. But I think everyone and their father knows That's not the kind of person I am. I don't let things go. I am the kind of person that remembers, like actively remembers, every single bad thing that anyone has ever said to me, like word for word. For some reason, those are the things that stick in my brain. And I don't necessarily respond to them immediately because I like holding on to things and then using them at an opportune moment like I'm doing right now. This is my way of like letting shit go. This is my way of letting shit go. I need like every single video I've made about my family, like I've made one about my cousin, I've made one about my aunt, I've made one about my dad, I've made one about my mom. Like I've made videos about people in my life who've like largely affected me in some way, who've caused me issue, who've just been petty to me, and I've decided to get them off my case by being petty back. And I just don't think that anyone should expect otherwise. So if you're gonna leave your comments about how, oh, you should leave this a private matter, bitch, I'm not that person. You came to the wrong channel if that's what you wanted. You know, I've never said anything to indicate that I am someone who lets shit go. Like I've never, ever, not once. I don't, like, for someone who used to be like a fairly practicing Muslim and used to value forgiveness and mercy and like making 32 fucking excuses for people and shit like that, I've let that life go. I can't be doing that anymore. I respect myself more than that. This birthday fiasco, let me tell you what the deal was. My best friend, Alicia, she's my best friend and I love her, and anyone who has anything to say otherwise can exit the fuck stage left. I haven't seen her in so long. I'm going to see her tomorrow and I'm very excited. We're going to meet in the park and sunbathe and have a picnic because we're best friends. But this year, she threw me the best birthday party of all time. Granted, I've only had a few birthdays that I've celebrated up until now, because I think the first birthday I actually celebrated was when I was 22. Y'all best believe every single year I'm celebrating my birthday. But she threw me a children's birthday party after I told her that I'd never had a children's birthday party before. Like, I just never had one before. Because in my family, celebrating birthdays was haram and copying the kuffar and all of that jazz, right? Like, we don't need to talk about my family. My family are crazy. She decided she wanted to throw me this birthday, and you know, for accuracy's sake, she wanted to throw it on my birthday. And this year my birthday was on a Thursday, 6th of February. If you haven't bought me a present, my Amazon wish list is in the description below. Feel free to buy me something. She wanted to throw me a birthday party on Thursday. And this person that we are now ripping on because I'm petty as fuck, she texted me saying that she wanted to celebrate my birthday on the day. Like, I am sorry. I do not care who you are. You have no right to steal the date of my birthday from my best friend. But Alicia was well aware that this person was neurotic and very difficult to say no to, so we complied, and Alicia said, you know what, it's probably a better idea to celebrate on the weekend anyway. I'm not even kidding, like, this bitch, Alicia bought me like a piñata, she made like a Spider-Man banner for me, like there's still memorabilia hanging around my room from that birthday. It was an amazing night. We had balloons, we took pictures, it was great, there was so much candy. But yeah, she stole the date from my best friend, right? And then she invited me, a vegetarian at the time. I'm not a vegetarian anymore. I don't know if I made that clear. I gave up. I gave up. It got too sad. I'll talk about that in another video. But I gave up on being a vegetarian. But at the time, I was a vegetarian, and she should have been aware of that because it wasn't like I was being quiet about it. She invited me to a steakhouse, and I decided that I couldn't eat a fucking salad on my birthday, so I decided to break my vegetarian vows for the day because it was my fucking birthday, guys. Like, you're gonna judge me, I don't give a fuck. Can I ask a question? Like, are these bags making me look like older, smarter, and more sophisticated? Because I think they do. But anyway, She arrived an hour late. Her birthday present to me was alcohol, like a big bottle of wine that I could not have because I don't like having alcohol in my house. And at that time, I was like having suicidal thoughts and shit. Like I just didn't want alcohol in my house. I had to end up giving that bottle of alcohol away because I don't like having alcohol in my house, especially when I'm not feeling like myself. I have alcohol in my house now because of quarantine and shit, but at the time I hated having it in my house because I didn't like it. Again, something that she should have known. Nothing about that night felt like it was about me, and it was my birthday. It was, in my opinion, it was all about taking the date and like making a thing of, like making a show. It was extremely performative. Hated it. Hated it, hated it, hated it, hated it. Okay? Like, hated it. She also didn't pay for my meal that day. It's like, if you're gonna take somebody out for their birthday, like, again, I don't like making shit about me, but on my birthday, I feel like I'm a little entitled to that. She made this huge thing about taking me out on my birthday, didn't even pay for the meal, and then took me to a restaurant that I couldn't eat at. Come on. And I don't know if it was intentionally petty. It was definitely more about her than it was about me, but it definitely wasn't about me. It was all about her that day. And I just don't know where you get off making my birthday about you. Like, I don't know what that's about. But anyway, that entire week was saved because Alicia threw me a children's birthday party that was completely Spider-Man themed, and I was in love. Alicia's the best friend, guys. Like, Alicia's where it's at. You want a best friend? Rude. If you want a best friend, Alicia's your girl. She's just the greatest. Greatest of all time. Other petty shit. This person has dragged me into more conversations about her love life than I care about. Like, she's made it awkward between myself and people that I am currently friends with, like close friends with. Like, they're essentially family. Like, that's how close we are as friends. I wish I could say names, but I can't. I can't. I'm not that cunt. Like, a month into our friendship, she dragged me into this conversation about someone I knew at the time, like, in my periphery. Like, I knew of them. And she was talking poorly of them constantly. It was all about her. She did nothing wrong. And because I'm a decent human being, I decided to confront the other side because I wanted to know what the fuck his deal was. I wanted to confront him. Why are you being this way to my friend, right? And he was all up for it. He was like, oh yeah, text me, I'll figure it out. And my first words to him when we decided to have this call and sit down for a chat, my first words to him were, look, dude, I'm gonna let you talk because I'm fair, but I do not have a good impression of you. And I want to have a good impression of you because you honestly seem like the nicest person alive. But my friend has told me all of these things, and I just want to know what the fuck is going through your head. We had a conversation for like 4 hours. 4 hours. And by the end of it, I was sitting there with one sentence in my brain. Oh, my friend is the crazy person. She had fully convinced me that this other person was like this terrible, manipulative, misogynistic piece of shit, right? When she... This is really hard to do. When she had decided not to tell me all the terrible shit that she had put him through, that she had slept with other people while claiming, they had agreed to be exclusive, while she had talked about him to her close relatives, Like, there was nothing, everything he told me and everything that I'd been told by her indicated to me, together, collectively, that they had agreed to be in an exclusive relationship, and she had convinced him that they were exclusive in other ways, by like taking STD tests on camera and like, you know, confessing her love for him, and him confessing his love for her, and, you know, saying that they were a thing, that it wasn't just going to be a summer fling, all of that shit, right? And mentioning him and talking about that to her close relatives, and then going ahead and sleeping around. Like, tell me how do you expect anyone to react to that? And do you know what his crime was, by the way? Was just saying that he didn't want this to continue being a relationship. That was his crime. That's what she was fucking freaking out about. This was a month into our friendship. She put me through this. It was so fucking frustrating to deal with that. That's like one of the top 10 most dramatic things I've been through. And y'all know, okay, I've made drama videos on this channel about my ex, about other people that I've been in drama with. I have serious drama in my background. I have drama with my family that isn't as convoluted as that. That's like one of the most stressed that I've ever been in my life. I hate being the middleman, and I'm always made the middleman. And like, this is the thing, right? You're gonna be friends with me, you best believe you don't cross me. You best believe you don't cross me. You tell me shit. Like, I hold on to shit, and then I need to, like, once I let a toxic relationship go, I need to pour it somewhere. And the thing is with this person, right? The thing is with this person, like, I'm sure they have good qualities. Everyone has good qualities. Yeah, we're all human, okay? Like, ain't nobody perfect. However, when you are controlling, manipulative, just a terrible person to the people around you, and then claim to be some kind of heroine for the whole of humanity, it doesn't sit well. Because that kind of shit, like, my dad did that kind of shit. My ex did that kind of shit. Like, my first boyfriend did that kind of shit. Like, they would have a face for the public and then have a face for their inner circle, that they and for them, like, people are just there so they can comfort themselves with them. They can claim people. Like, the jealousy she had for my best friend. Like, it's one thing to be jealous of, like, new friends, I think. I'm not a very jealous person in general. I've quite openly said in relationships that I've had and in, like, short-term dating people, I've said that if you want to sleep around, you want to sleep with somebody else, have that conversation with me. I don't give a fuck. As long as, you know, we're clear with each other, I do not care who you fuck. To me, a relationship is more than just sex. That's what it is. I'm not a very jealous person. And when it comes to friendships, I make a lot of friends, and I'm very good at keeping groups separate that I know do not go together. I'm very, very good at that. Like, me and Alicia, we're pretty much a pair. We have mutual friends, but they're not close. Like, we're close, like, we're tight. Like, you could put any obstacle in front of us, and trust me, we will find a way to get over it. But she wanted to step to Alicia. Like, how? Alicia has seen me go through some of the worst shit in my life. Like, she has seen me through the moment after I'd left my dad's house. She'd seen me go through my whole family disowning me. She was the one that I had, like, all of my firsts with. Like, drinking for the first time, going out to the club for the first time, like, my first relationship, my first breakup, you know, my first time breaking up with someone else, you know, burning all of my ex's shit, like, best friend shit. Like, Alicia has seen me go through all of that. I do not know where you get off being jealous of her. I just don't understand that. I just don't understand that. It doesn't make any sense to me. You cannot own... Yeah, those are just a few things. A few things out of the 20 plus itemized list that I have to talk about this person, and I needed to cut them out of my life. I see no point in maintaining a relationship with someone like this, and also I want to talk about briefly the benefit of cutting people out of your life that are toxic. if you look at your life in a finite way, right, you have a certain number of days on this planet, right? If you think about your life, you have a limited number of minutes here. You have a limited number of anything here. And you want to fill it with things that you actually enjoy. You don't want to fill it with moments in time that you will look back on and think, why the fuck did I do that? Why did I spend all my time with people who aren't grateful, with people who are awful to other people, who don't treat, you know, anything with respect or dignity, who can't, show their significant other love and respect. And I don't want people like that in my life. Like, I just don't want people like that. I spent 20 plus years surrounded by people who were abusive, emotionally, physically, neglectful of people they should be caring about. And I'm not having that. I'm not living that life. I do not want to be surrounded by people who are going to abuse others. I know a lot of people may be aware of who I'm talking about, and I just want to say, I'm by no means saying that just because I do not like this person that you should also cut them out of your life. That is not what I'm saying. I am simply venting my personal frustrations about them. I have unlike this person who has on many occasions tried to police the friendships that I make because of disagreements she's had with other people, I have no problem with you choosing your own friends and, experiencing people how you want to experience them. Because I think that that's very important, that just because I had a bad experience does not mean that everybody's going to have a bad experience. And also, people can change if they want to. I don't necessarily think that this person will, because they're always a victim and nothing is ever their fault. But that's just me. You are free to have whatever opinion you want of this person. I'm just saying that at this point in time, I am deeply insulted by everything they have done to me. I've spent my life around awfully toxic people and just erroneously abusive people, and I do not need that in my life anymore. The last and final thing that I will say about this is just because I don't get along with this person personally and I have no sort of desire to be their friend anymore. That sounds so childish. I don't have any desire to be their friend. But yeah, just because I don't have any desire to continue any kind of friendship with this person doesn't mean that I can't behave like an adult in an adult situation. Like if I see them in public or they're at an event or something, I will do my bit to keep the peace in public, but I refuse to accept their friendship from here on out, just because of all of the things that I have witnessed and felt for over a year. My inner security system has been dormant for long enough, and I have given them far too many chances, and they honestly did not deserve that many chances. And I pride myself, and maybe this is saying too much, but I pride myself on being a good friend and sticking my neck out for people. And I am so angry. I am so angry with not just this person's treatment of others, but their treatment of me personally. I do not know what I did to deserve the treatment that they give me. And maybe that's selfish. Maybe you're sitting there and you're thinking, oh well, Faye, you shouldn't just break up with a person because they're bad to you. You should have broken up with this person because they've been terrible to others. But you know what? Sometimes I take a long time to stop making excuses for people. I did it with my father, I did it with a lot of people, and I'm honestly quite ashamed that it took me so long to finally decide, you know what, this person is no longer one of my friends because of a slight that they made on me. And that is on me. I should have broken up with them a while back because of the things that I have seen them do. But what can I say? I am my own kind of selfish, and I'll own that. We're gonna do a lip, maybe do like a standard red, and call it a day. Alright, we're done. Thank you. I don't know why I'm thanking you, but thank you for joining me in this video. Your girl is back, and she's ready for another round of maybe another 90 days of videos. She's ready. She's vented the frustrations that she needs to vent, albeit completely nameless. You know, maybe you think that it wasn't necessary. Maybe you think that, oh, she didn't need to put someone else on blast like that. First of all, they're not on blast because they're completely nameless. And second of all, yes, I do. I wanted to do it, and I have done it over the course of the existence of my YouTube channel, and I'm not about to stop just because people might know who I'm talking about. So anyway, thank you for watching this video, thank you for hanging out with me, and I hope to see you tomorrow. I don't know what exactly tomorrow is going to be, but that's part of the joy of my content. Nobody knows what's going to happen. It's a choose your own adventure with me. If you liked this video, please do remember to like, share and subscribe. We're still trying to hit 2,000 subscribers by the end of summer and possibly 5,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so please do spread the word and, you know, make me famous. If you would like to support me in a more monetary way, my PayPal, Patreon, Amazon wishlist, everything is listed down below in the description. I also still have the link tree to all of the petitions and, you know, charities for Black Lives Matter. If you still want to support that, please do feel free to. Everything is in the description below. I will see you tomorrow. Mwah. Thank you for joining me, and goodbye.